Hi, everyone. Thanks again for joining this Sunday for our first activity. And today, I hope at the end of this whole lecture today or activity, every one of you will be able to create your own MVP for your startup. Doesn't matter what kind of idea you have, how complicated it is. How can you build a simplistic version of MVP? Nowadays, even with better design and everything, we're gonna learn that along the way. So that's gonna be what we are gonna do today, building MVP with AI tools. So as I mentioned, by the end of the session, every one of you will know how to use AI tools. Either you know how to code. If you don't know how to code, that's completely fine. All of you will be able to build, test, and deploy a startup MVP quickly without hiring a full tech team. And as I talked about MVP yesterday, it is the simplistic version of a product to test core ideas. MVP, minimum, which is like the least possible, viable. This word viable means it will have to work. A lot of the times when founders starts and then they get a wrong concept of MVP, they think MVP is just you have an idea and put those into slides and make some designs with Canva. That's not MVP. MVP is minimum viable product, means it will have to function viable. So the thing here is that nowadays we talk about a lot of co-founder and the importance of having co-founder, but you can also take AI as your co-founder nowadays. AI is not just a tool, it's a team now. So you don't need to code to launch a SaaS startup today. I'm not talking about the hard tech startups like robotics and all this stuff. I'm talking specifically about softwares. So now you just need to think like a product manager, not a programmer. But that doesn't mean that you don't need co-founder. There's no value of co-founder. There's obviously values of having a personal co-founder who you can talk with and who you can discuss your future vision and everything, and you can do it together. Obviously, if you have a tech co-founder, that can also help along the way when you're building your startup. It will give you less hassle, and also you can find new creative ideas. But if you don't have, then AI is the way to go. And nowadays, a lot of startups have raised millions of dollars just by using AI tools. They don't know how to code. They didn't come from a coding background, but along the way, they learned. So in this new era, and the startups who's gonna rise faster are gonna be the ones who's gonna use these AI technologies to move faster and launch faster. So I would urge all of you to go into this route, because if you're still thinking like the startups that we used to do with the 5 years ago, 10 years ago, where traditional one, it took like maybe 5 to 10 team members together, brainstorm, go through Google websites to find idea. Now you have ChatGPT to brainstorm for that, and then find the proper team, the technical ones, the business side, the financial ones, to give the guidelines, and together you build a product which takes maybe months or years. But now you can do all of these things within weeks, or if you need a little bit more time, even months. So that's what we're gonna do. And today we're gonna create an MVP for testing and validation with Lovable. It's Lovable. It's AI platform that helps you build apps, web and websites just by chatting with AI, just like how you chat with ChatGPT or Gemini, Grok, any other software models. So if I just try to show you guys, I'll take you to Lovable. Um, okay, let's just take you here. Okay. So there's Lovable, that where I'm gonna show you guys everything about today. Today's session will be mainly based on Lovable. But if you're looking for other tools as well, you can go to Famous AI. It's also another platform where you can build your product. There's another one called Base 44, which is also building your app with AI. So there are lots of platforms. There are also other ones, and if you have like if you know how to code, then I would suggest Cursor. I think some of you might have known about this thing before. What it does is like you just go in there, and usually to do code, we use IDEs, the development process. But if you go to Cursor, you can use it as your primary IDEs, and you can just prompt it there as well. It has agentic version that can help you to code along the way, and you can give commands there and everything. So yeah, if you feel like you are comfortable with code, or you're even if you're starting out, you can use this as well. But if you feel like you don't want to go into that coding route, you can go into either of these. But mostly nowadays, Lovable is preferred because it has now Supabase integration. So Supabase is like a database, open source database, which helps you to not only create an app or web, but also you can integrate signups, then different profiles that will all be based on this database, and anyone can use it. You can directly start testing right away. So for your purpose, I logged out of everywhere. And so today I'm gonna show from the very beginning, step by step. Let's say I will start from login, and then we will go into how you can go integrate Supabase, and also then go into prompting. So let's say I'm gonna continue with Google. Um, if you guys want, you can follow along the way, or later you can also look into it. I will provide you guys with the steps later on.
Hey, hi, it's me, Chris. I have a question
Yep, sure.
to Cursor. Can I choose on Cursor the coding language, or is that a specific language?
Oh, no, Cursor, it's like a development site. For example, if you have something like let's say VS Code or IntelliJ IDEA, it's a like environment where you do the coding. So usually the general
Hmm.
environment that you have, you don't have any like AI tools where you can ask the AI tool to like solve your problems. But here you can do that. You can just give it a command, and it's going to solve that. But you can do any language there. It doesn't have to be only Python or Java. It can do every language. Okay.
Uh,
Does
Usually
that
I
answer?
use
Yeah.
yes. Usually I use GPT and Studio, Visual Studio, but
Yeah, so it's like
yes.
Visual Studio. In Visual Studio, you have Copilot, which is less powerful, but Cursor has Claude, Opus 7, and then also all of the other models like Gemini 2.5. All of the AI models is integrated there, so that you can directly code from there, and also the Cursor will help you to build a platform in that development environment. Yeah. Okay, so this is where how you're gonna it's gonna look like if you start continue with Google, or you can do with your email or GitHub. So let's say, where did you hear about us? Maybe just let's say from friend. What will you use Lovable for? Let's say a personal project. It doesn't really matter. You can choose anything. I'm doing a personal project. What describes you best? Founder. What are you building with Lovable? Maybe SaaS app. You can do website landing page, whatever. And the cool thing here is that you can also, if you have co-founders, you can also add them here, so that all of you can see how it's generating and what are the code that you have. And later, the things that it generates, you can take that code into a manual platform, like even VS Code or Cursor, and you can also customize there. So for now, I don't need to do that, so I'll just click finish. So it's done. And so recently, it's good news for you guys as well. So Lovable also started testing out their agent mode. Only Cursor had agent mode before, but now Lovable also offers it. In the beta version. It's gonna give you 90% fewer errors and improved like generations. And it has new capabilities as well. So you're in a good time to use it. So I'll just say I'll use now. One more key thing that you'll have to keep in mind, that in Lovable, you only get 2 credits per day to test it out. So if you want to go full in into a startup, want to build everything with Lovable, then I would suggest you get the subscription, which is like I think $25 per month. That is gonna help you to also add your custom domain and everything. I'll show more of that later on. But let's say before this is where I got in at first. So I don't want to lose my credits. At first, I'm gonna connect Supabase. So Supabase is like database, as I mentioned. If you connect with this one, then you will be able to do signups, log in, log out, everything from here as well. So let's say I'm going to add organization from here. You need to add organizations and you need to authorize API access. Okay, I'll probably continue with GitHub. Oh, by the way, if you guys don't have a GitHub account, I would highly suggest you open a GitHub account as well. You just go to Google, just search GitHub and just create an account, and then you can connect that one because GitHub is the platform where you can also store all of your code base. So even if you like make any mistake during coding or you lose some new data, you can again go back to GitHub and like fetch those codes, and you're again back on track. So I'm gonna give my GitHub ID. By the way, along the way, I might need some time to load on everything. So if you guys have any questions at that time, you can ask me. We can answer that. I can answer that question and also like go with the process. Okay, it's asking me for two-factor authentication. The internet is a little bit slow, but it's all right. I think it's gonna work. Okay. At first, it takes a little bit time to set up, but once you set up everything, you're good to go. Every time you can just come back, you just write prompts and you can build app really quickly, or website. So let's see. Yeah, I hope it's connected now. Okay. So I already created an organization in Supabase. When you at first go on, it will ask you to create an organization. You just give it any name. You can give it your project name, anything. So your startup name, and then all of the data will be stored here. So yeah, I'm gonna authorize Lovable. Now it's gonna connect with the Supabase. If you don't know about Supabase as well, you can just search in YouTube as well. You will have maybe a short tutorials or just short videos explaining what it is. It's just simple. It's a database because when we go into a platform at first and we try to log in, you see like we need to give our email or and password. So those information needs to be stored somewhere. So this is where this kind of Supabase, and there's also Firebase, which is like Google's database management software. So you can also use that one, but for that one, it doesn't have that integration. But if you're using Lovable, I would suggest Supabase, and Supabase is open source, so nowadays it's becoming more and more popular. So yeah, so it's connected. Okay, create a project. I'll create a project, but before I create a project, um, I will at first go into that's a chat GPT, and together with all of you, I will brainstorm an idea. So how do you brainstorm an idea? So I can just ask chat GPT, hey, I want you to be my personal startup mentor from now on. Okay. I wanna start uh startup and build it quickly to test the MVP. Can you give me some ideas that I can pursue? If you want to be more specific, you can also like describe your own idea. Like at first say, hey, I want you to be my personal startup mentor from now on. I have this idea where I want to do this. I want to connect this one and like all of those details. And then it's gonna give you those stuff. So, and then after you do that, one more thing that you're gonna say. Now, based on that, give me some prompts to build this in Lovable. And you don't even have to give the prompt by yourself. You can just ask ChatGPT for that as well. Like, what are the prompt that I can use? Because the prompt matters a lot. As you at the very beginning, you have a only limited amount of um, let's say prompts or credits in the Lovable. So you need to include everything so that you can build that whole platform at once. You don't have to like give comments multiple times. So or one more thing, if you're building something related to AI or if you want to integrate AI, you can mention it here that I want to build a let's say AI startup, something like that. You can also do that as well, or anything else. So now I'll just click enter and let's see what it generates for me. Oh, hmm. Pitch GPT instant pitch deck generator for startups. Okay, you can see it not only gives you the problem, but it also gives you a solution. As I mentioned, you at first you need to find a problem, then the solution comes, and it also gives you a revenue model, how you can earn money. Persona craft AI powered customer persona generator. Struggle to define target personas. Prompts. Assuming you are using the free plan of Lovable, which gives you one project, everything. App name Pitch GPT. Okay. Hmm. I quite don't really like the prompt here, generated by GPT. So I'll probably uh create one of my ideas. So let's say you have an idea, so you can generate in this way, but I can also say that um I persona craft. Like let's say you want to do that one. Um, but I only have two available. Give me a detailed prompt that includes Supabase integration for signups and everything as well. Don't require any external APIs. Okay. So here you can see it gives now more clear ones. You'll have to work with the prompts more. Like you'll have sign up and log in with Superbase authentication, user inputs product info, and then AI generates 2 to 3 target personas. It's gonna give you some models, and these will be all stored in the database, and you can use like you can copy, save, or export. It gives me whole plan. It gives me code, some code as well. Okay, step-by-step setup. So if you don't know anything about global, it will also give you that as well. Um, but yeah, I don't want to go a lot into that part. I will just probably go into, let's say, I want to create another version, which is okay.
I
Let's
have
say
a
I have
short
an idea.
comment.
Yeah, sure, sure.
I'm not sure if it's important, but I also just now I just created an account on Lovable,
Mm-hmm.
and I use Germany as VPN, and I have 5 credits daily. So I'm not sure if this is also dependent on the location. So
No,
I'm not sure.
I don't think so. For me, I have only I think 2 credits. And also like sometimes the credits are like it's not like you if you give one prompt, it's gonna take you 1 credit. Sometimes maybe if the prompt is bigger, probably it's gonna take you 2 credits. So yeah, it doesn't really matter. I think for everyone it would show 5 credits. Yeah. Okay. So let's say I have an idea, and I say, create a web app where users can post what skill they teach and what skill they want to learn. Let users sign up, browse other skills, and match with each other. So I'll make it a little bit better, the prompt. Let's say, create a web app named, let's say, skill swap. Where users can post what skill they can teach and what skill they want to learn. Let's here you can see it was I asked about this here, and it gave me the prompt here as well. Yeah, here you can see it gave me landing page, then MVP with like what are the things that we can have like here. This is the prompt that it gave me. And now probably we will add more info about the skill swap. What is skill swap? It's a platform for students to trade skills, teach gear in exchange for Python. This is the way you can do it. So let's say I go here and I also mention what it is about, so it has a better idea to create. Okay. Um, each other by Supabase integration. Uh, don't add any external APIs. I want you to build all the other necessary functions like um, maybe profiles, chat, etc. You can decide as well. And also, you can also mention about design. I want to have a modern, sleek, simplistic design, UI design for the best user experience. You can mention more if you want, like what other functions that you want, specific ones. Um, please make all the features functionable. Okay. Now let's create the web app. Okay. Now I gave the prompt and it's gonna take some time. Sometimes it takes just seconds, or sometimes it takes minutes to do all of the process, because it depends on your prompt. If you're asking a lot of complicated things at once, it would take a little bit more time to go through all of those things. But if you're giving a simple ones, it will do it right away. So you can see the thought process here as well of how it is thinking. Like here you can see is this will enable all the backend functionality you need: authentication, database, real-time features, file storage. And it also planned all of the features that it's going to create: landing page, authentication law, user dashboard, skill marketplace, smart matching system, user profiles, real-time chat, responsive modern UI. And it also provides a database structure. Now I need to have Supabase integration. Okay, here is the thing, and that's what I mentioned. I need to connect with the Supabase here, which I didn't do. Now I'll have to connect with it. You can create new project here as well. Let's say I already have an organization created with Supabase, SGA. So I will just continue with that one. Um, okay, let's create a project named, okay, project name skill swap dot o. Okay. And you can choose any region. You can choose China, Northeast Asia, whatever. But it's mainly sports in Southeast Asia, or maybe you can choose US. It doesn't really matter. And you need to also, yeah. Umar, I think your mic is turned on. Can you please turn it off?
Okay, wait.
Okay. So you also can give a password for your database so that only you or your teammates can access this with this password. So I'll just give it a password, just a simple one. Okay. Now the project is being created. No, I don't need to save the password now. Okay, so this is done. So it's connected. I can just go now. Okay, now connect. Skill swap 0.0. Okay, now it's connected with my database. I just need to give it the prompt right now. Okay. Um, Now I'll have to copy this again because it stopped because I didn't have the integration right. Like I didn't connect it with the project. Now I'll just say now create blah blah this one, everything. Now it's gonna be done doing the thing. So while it's doing generating that thing and it's building that web app, we can also connect with GitHub here. So I will also show how it works. So let's say if you have a GitHub account, you can go here and click connect GitHub. Here. In GitHub, you can also create organization. So I created organization here. So I will just connect with this one. 1 second. Yep. Okay, it says it's added. Let's see, but I'm gonna connect a project. Okay, so the account, GitHub account and organization is connected. You can also specifically add other projects in that organization. So if you already have a project here, you can look, it's created already. So what it does is that when you have this thing, you can directly edit this thing, like the web app it's going to create in VS Code. As Chris mentioned, you have VS Code, or you can just go into the specific functions and you'll be able to see all the codes that is generating. Let's say all the components it's going to have here. You can get all the code here and you can work with it. If you have a technical co-founder, if you know how to code, you can also change some things. Let's say you don't like some of the features it has, so you want to change some functions there, you can just change it right here. Here, all the codes are here. So now you can see like it can generate this amount of code with just within just minutes, whereas even a few years ago it took like days to create all of this code. So now it's more than easier than ever to start a SaaS startup, and also the important thing here is that if someone, even the person who knows how to code, if they are not using AI tools, they're going to fall behind. This is now the curve from here is just going upwards. It's not coming back again. Like it's not going to be again traditional ones where you just find some people and just start coding. Nowadays even software engineers, they are encouraged to use this kind of tools, mostly Cursor and other tools, to or make the productivity faster. That's why you would see there are a lot of layoffs are going on in the market. Um, a lot of companies are laying off and not even hiring new employees because their existing employees, one can do tasks of 10 members now. So if you want to stay ahead in this current world, you will have to use this kind of AI tools in some ways. I'm not talking about only in terms of startups, but even if you're going for a job later on, if you don't feel like entrepreneurship is not your path, wherever you're going, just there are tons of tools coming out every single day, and then you need to learn those that aligns with your goals and aligns with your work that you're doing currently, and just use them, learn how to use them. Everything is available in YouTube. You have ChatGPT. If someone says and comes to me today, I don't know how to do it, they're going into the wrong way. You don't know how to do it because you haven't tried to use them by yourself. Just need to put a little bit of effort. Now you don't even need to do a lot of hard work. It's just simple work. So let's see how much it created. Okay, I'll just apply changes. So it reviewed all the SQL and everything. Now it will need a little bit more time to generate. So yeah, and just creating the pages and everything. Um, so once it's live, like once you have that web app generated, you can also like see the different versions here, like how it's gonna look like in your phone or in your computer. Like let it generate at first, and I'll show you guys. And from here you can do like manual codes, like you can add your codes here, or some people like I had. Officer with Skylar yesterday, and you mentioned that you know how to do Figma design. So you can even add your design here in some places, and then you can ask it to follow that design. Or if you want to do code, like change some codes right away here, you can do that here. It has built in development environment. You don't even have to go like export into GitHub and everything. You can change it here at first and then do it. But I would suggest you export it to GitHub as well, because if you make some wrong changes here and you cannot go back, then that can help you. And as mentioned, you can also invite your co-founders here. Now I have here, and then you can invite me. But for that, I think you might need to upgrade to pro. Like for now, I think you can only add 3 members. But if you want more, like all of your team members to access this one, you need to upgrade it. Okay, let's see. It's editing. It's updating the design systems for a modern Skillsoft theme and create all the necessary components and pages. Okay. Uh, and if I take you guys to Supabase here, this is the current project that we're doing. Yeah. Here, if you come, this is like the dashboard, and you can see how many tables it created, 5 tables, the project starters status, it's healthy. Like there's no bug or everything. Even if you have bug, you can ask Lovable, it will solve that bug. You don't have to do that by yourself as well. you can see all the tables, database, authentication systems, and every time someone new signs up, you will be able to see here. Like you'll be able to see their name, their like ID, display, email, phone, everything, and you can also test it by yourself or test it with your friends or family. This is like super usable. That's what I mentioned, that what I want from all of you guys, that in our next hackathon, you build something, and right after that hackathon, you send it to your friends or to and go talk with your customers. After you build that one, the most important thing would be going out and talking with your customers. Get as many customers as possible. I'm not talking about as many people, as many customers. So as we talked about in our last lecture, that you need to do market segmentation. You find those people, go out, go bask in the sun as well. Now it's summer, so people who are in a place where it's like really hot, you'll have to do that. And for motivation, you can also watch a lot of movies, and also watch a lot of biographies. You'll see a lot of founders in the early days, especially if you talk about China. You'll find a lot of videos about Xiaomi's CEO Lei Jun. He's going out in the streets and showing people a demo of his phone. Like, hey, can you use it? Do you want to use it? So that's how it starts. Now they're successful people can imagine that they did that once, but you'll at the very beginning you'll have to be really low key at the very ground level and take as many rejections as possible. If you ask 100 people, maybe 95 of them will reject you, like, and say, what are you talking about? I don't need it. I don't use it. But they don't know if they need it or not until you show it to them, as I mentioned yesterday as well. So yeah, just once you build that one, that would be the main case. Nowadays, that's what's gonna set you apart. Okay, let's see how it does. Okay. Hmm. Okay, so I think it's running, or it created that one already. Oh, was I think the stopped. Okay. Let me share my screen once more. I think I just stopped sharing the screen. Okay. Yep. Here, you can see it created skill swap. Uh, now you can see all the code base, how it thought about it, what are the database and everything. And you can see this is the design that it gave me. I didn't have to do anything. I didn't have to design it or anything. It's just this is how it made it. You can do sign up, sign in, and everything. And also, you can see it in a different browser of how it looks like here. This is how it's gonna look like in your browser. But if you also want to see how it looks like in your phone, this is how it's gonna look like in your phone. Um, yeah. So to help you guys test it out, I will publish it right now, and give you guys the link. Okay. I hope you will be able to test it out and see how it works. Okay, the project is published, but before I go and move in, I will just show you. Like, let's say I sign up. Let's say my name is John Smith. My username is John 005, whatever, or just John Smith. And but here you'll have to give a proper email, otherwise you'll not be able to log in. So because once you put your email, it's gonna give you a authentication email sent to your email. So let's say I give my email, and let's just give it a password, a simple one, just to test it out. I'm creating an account. Okay, welcome to Skill Swap. Now I'll have to go, like, let's say I try to sign in. with my email that I just gave, and I give password. Look, what it says email not confirmed. So you don't even have to do anything backend. It does it by itself. You just go in there and you have to go to your email. So I'm probably gonna go to my email right now and check the confirmation mail. Okay. Here. Yep, I got it. Confirm your sign up. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, I'll just confirm it here. Okay. Yep, done. Now I just click sign in. Now it takes me in. Here, you can see here that it has everything. Like you can discover skills. So the main purpose of this platform was like, if I know something, I want to learn something else from someone else as well. So I can search skills. Let's say I want to for now it doesn't have any skills here because we don't have any user, it's just only me. So probably I'll just have to post a skill. Like let's say I have a skill. Let's say I know Python programming, but I want to learn how to play guitar. So I can do that. I can give description, what kind of category is music. Like look, it also created fields, programming, music, languages, art, design, everything. So let's say it's programming. What type of I can teach this? Yeah. Level. Let's say it's an intermediate or let's say an advanced. And location preference, online, in person, or both. And time commitment. How much time do you need and everything. You can also add tag that you prefer in person or everything, like all those things, or just a tag like programming, something like that. And then you can click post skill and then it will be added there. Let's say I can do that probably like Python programming. I'll probably not give any description for now. Ha, ha, ha. Time commitment, let's say 5 hours per week. Okay, I can teach this like preference. For now, I would prefer like it's online, it's all okay. Or I can do like both. No tags yet, just post the skill. Okay, skill posted. Now let's say I go and try to browse the skills. Python. You will not find it because I'm the one who posted the same skill, but I'm looking for skills that I want to learn. So someone else, maybe I will give you guys access and you can also try it out. Here you can see your categories, like what are the categories that you're looking for and everything, and what is the level? Like, are you beginner, intermediate, or advanced? Like, what kind of skills you want to learn? All of this stuff. Also, once you do that, then you can also find the matches that matches with you. And when you find one, you will have to send a request, and the other person will see here like, hey, someone has sent you a request to do the skill swap. And then you can just accept it and you can just go on and chat with each other. You can also add a chat functionality here. You can just ask Lovable, hey, I also want to add chat functionality. Can you add that as well? So yeah, this is like, if you have this kind of product, it was built within minutes. Before it would took like months to build this kind of platform. Now, if you can do it in minutes and you can also launch it. So as I mentioned, I launched it. I will show you guys. I will give it to you right away, the link. Oh, okay. I didn't copy it. Okay, this one. Yep. Okay, publish. Mm, okay, let's see. I have that one. Um, yep. Here, copy. Yep, I've sent it to you guys. You can just check it out and try it by yourself. See if it works or not. If it works, it's a success. If it doesn't work, we'll have to do a little bit more uh, swapping and everything. But I hope it's gonna work. From my side, it works. Let me know by using your mic that if it works or not, and if you can sign up or sign in or not. And by the time you guys try it out, we will have also a 5 minutes break, and then we will again come back and discuss a little bit more. I hope you guys are testing it out or have already done so. One more thing before I go away from Lovable that I want to show, is that you can, once you publish your project, you can also add your custom domain. So for now, it's gonna show like peer-to-peer skill dot lovable dot app. So you can share it with your friends, but it's gonna show that okay, you have built it in Lovable, and this is gonna be the website. But if you want to add your custom domain, let's say you buy a domain from Hostinger or GoDaddy or other platforms, and you add like skillswap.com, then you can just add it here by yourself. Let's say connect domain. But to be able to do that, you'll obviously have to have a subscription, and that's what I mentioned. You can get 100 credits per month and all up to 250 credits per month. So you can like here you can also select the plan based on your needs for 200 credits. I think if you just get like 100 credits, I think it's enough because you're not gonna use extensively at the very beginning. You're gonna use it. So if you need a lot at the very beginning, you can get like 200 credits if you want, but I would suggest you start with the 100 credits, and if you need, you can just bump it up. You can always get the new subscription, and then yeah, you just upgrade, then you will give you more access and give you more uh like uh your own freedom to do whatever you want, and also add more features. So if I ask here, hey, I also wanna add a chat functionality so that after someone gets oops masked with each other, they can also s- s- start chatting on the platform. Okay. Now I think it will make some new integration. It's gonna like try to add a chat functionality. I don't know if it's gonna require new authentication or APIs, external APIs, because chat functionality can be a little bit more complicated. Okay, it's okay. It says that the chat functionality is already integrated in the matching. Okay. Okay, so how it is gonna work is that if someone matches, then you will have an option of like sending a message to them, which is super handy. But if you want, or like, hey, I don't really like the design. I wanna add, let's say, okay, um, I wanna make the platform's color code, let's say orange instead of purple. Okay, okay, I wanna make the UI designs color orange instead of purple, including the logo as well. Okay. Before you also had to go from platform to platform to at first design your logo and like do the design in Figma and everything. Still, Figma is a great choice, but if you don't want to do that one, if you want to skip those process and start building directly, you can do that as well. Yeah, now it's updating the color schemes to orange. Look, it's done real time. In real time, it updated it. Now you can see. Okay. If you go to the link that I sent you guys in the group chat, you can also test it here, there. Like the color has changes now. So you can say it's pretty handy and it's pretty simple. And if you get stuck somewhere, then let's say I just take a screenshot, and let's say I have an error. I take a screenshot, I go to ChatGPT, I upload the picture, and I say, "Hey, uh, I came across this problem while building my web app in Lovable. Can you help me to solve it and also and give me a proper prompt to solve this in Lovable." You can, if you just do it, it's at first gonna identify what problem you're having, what error you're having, and why you're having it, and then also it's gonna give you a prompt that you can paste in Lovable to solve that one. So, I think there's no better time to like start a startup really fast nowadays. And if you guys need, I can show you a lot of other platforms as well. But mostly when you're starting out, you don't have to use tons of platforms to like do it, because that sometimes ends up wasting time. So I would suggest pick one platform. Oh, by the way, I'm showing you Lovable, but I'm not sponsored by it. I'm giving you guys like notification beforehand. You can, you might think, okay, maybe Sohan is sponsored by Lovable and he's showing us only this platform. No, I also showed you guys others like Base 44, Famous AI, like everything. No matter which platform you prefer. Why I chose specifically Lovable is because it has the Supabase integration, so that you don't have to do the sign up or sign in, like all of those email confirmations in a different platform. So that's why I showed it. I think other platforms are also integrating database sooner. So then I think you'll be able to do it in all of the platforms. But if as we're starting it right now, do it. And we have hackathon next week, and I want to see every single one of you to build a platform, show present it, and I'll also send you the slides that you need to prepare. You only need to have 10 pages in your presentation, and what are the information that you need to have. You can also have like a little bit more, maybe at most 15, if you are showing your demo of your product. You can, and if at that time you want to show it to the public, you can also share your link, like, hey, this is the link of my project, you can check it out by themselves, so they have the belief, oh no, this is a real one that you have built. And so nowadays, if you are creating a startup and if you don't have any money or you're broke, you can, what you'll have to do, like every day, you'll have to just wait a little bit to get more credits, because every day you get like around 5 credits or like 2 more credits. So if your credit limits goes away for today, tomorrow you'll have to wait until tomorrow to give new prompts, which sometimes can slow you down. So that's why I suggest you can get the $25 subscription, and if you're going full speed. But if you don't, that's completely fine as well. And also, I would encourage you guys to learn how to do prompting, how to do better prompting, to at first make a document and list all the things that you want to have in your like the startup that you're building, and then include those features into the platform. But you also have to double check that if you need any external APIs for some of the functionalities, because if you need external APIs, let's say you need to have an internal chat GPT function in your platform, then it might need that chat GPT. You need to buy chat GPT tokens or APIs and then give that here. And also, if you want to have Google login, um, okay, I'll go into Google login. Before that, Obi raised hand. Obi, do you have any question?
Yes, please. You spoke briefly about the AI hackathon, so I would like more detail about this because I'm still trying to wrap my head. I don't know. Is it something that we need to do online? We need to go to Beijing
No,
because
no, no, Beijing. You don't need to go to Beijing. You can do it just by staying at your home. If you have a co-founder, just invite them to your home together, sit at a place, and the whole day you discuss, you build this platform with these AI technologies, or if you know how to code, you can also do that like that. But you have at first like 48 hours in total where you'll have to build and also you'll have to present at the end. So on Saturday, the whole day would be about building. In the morning at 10 a.m., we will all gather together in a Zoom meeting, and then we're gonna give you instructions of like where how do you build that one. I'm not gonna show this kind of tutorials, but uh, after you build it, where are you gonna submit that project, how you're gonna submit it, and what are the steps that you need to complete to have a completion of the hackathon. And then on Sunday, there will be a deadline where you'll have to submit probably a video of the presentation that you made. It's gonna be within 5 minutes. You'll have to record a video. It can be screen sharing or with your camera to present because we are not in person, so we cannot prepare a stage for you and you can go and one by one and present. But you'll have to submit that one for the judges so that they can see what you have built. You also need to include your link if you have one. If you don't have one, just the presentation, and then we will arrange this kind of again online meeting at the end of that day, probably in the afternoon of on Sunday, and then at that time all of you can probably like come in and present your idea one by one and we can see who built what. And yeah, that's how it's gonna probably look like, but it all depends on the time constraint and everything, but all of the announcement will be sent to you like 1 or 2 days prior to before the hackathon. Yeah.
all right, thank you so much. But then again, I don't know if I'm allowed to ask more questions. I should just
Yeah,
maybe
sure,
later.
sure. Yeah, go on.
Is there any award for this or recognition for this at the end of the day?
No, it's this hackathon is like there are some incentives for the people who are outside of cohort. The incentive is like they will also be able to join our cohort in the upcoming cohort or in the mentorship program. But you guys are already in the cohort and you can get one-on-one office hours and all of this stuff. So that is the incentive because we have made it open platform, so we are not giving any other incentives like giving money because it's a non-profit. We're not like we don't give any money away, so it's all based on what they can get. And in future all of those things about when we had the signing contract, if they want to go in the future to raise funds as well, they'll also get support for that one. So that is going to be that one, but for you guys it's already included. And this activity for you guys is to build your MVP, but for we are inviting others outside of our cohort to see what you guys can do and what you guys have learned or not, and also to have a better experience with building together and also like showing it to the public. So that's the main idea. This is just an MVP building activity for you guys, but it's a hackathon for people who are outside of the cohort.
All right, I get it. Thank you so much.
Okay, welcome. Yeah, so let's just this is I think mostly it today. We have yeah we are over the time. So yeah, I'll just give you guys some more of what you guys can look for. So some other tools that you can use to have a full-fledged product. Once we already talked about for MVP, you have Lovable. It's a full stack AI app builder. Then for backend, we also have Supabase, which is integrated in Lovable. So if you already have the first two, you're done. Maybe 70-80% done. Figma. If as I mentioned, if you want to do a custom design that okay, I prefer this kind of design, and that you can do the design and then upload it here, it's also done. Then no code logic. Like if you don't want to do any kind of code, there's platforms like Zapier, Bubble, where you can just go and just do drag and drop. Like it has already custom built platforms or custom built websites and everything. You can just customize in your own way. Or you can with Zapier you can also do workflow automation, like what's going to happen after one task and this and that. And for productivity, like if you want to manage your whole team and everything, you can go to Notion. You can I don't know how many people you use Notion, but it's a really good tool management software. And also our team, we have 7 members in our startup team, and we manage everything in Notion. We have like tasks and reminders and the task deadlines, everything there, so everyone can see what's going on in the whole startup ecosystem. An AI assistant, you have ChatGPT, Claude. If you are doing a little bit of coding, you can use Claude. It's better for coding. You can use Gemini, Google's Gemini. You can use Grok. You can use DeepSeek, uh, anything. And for logo or design, you have seen already that it already created a logo by itself. But if you want to have your own logo, feel free to use Luca or for presentation or everything, you can use Canva. You can see I also use that as well. So yeah, find AI tools as many as possible and the most useful ones that can save your time as much as possible. In this world, the main thing is to like saving time from other tasks that is repetitive, that is time consuming, and putting that time into building your startup and going and talking with the customers. And later on, once we are at the very end of this cohort, we're also going to show you how you can connect with investors, how to raise money, what are the things that you need to raise money and everything. So that will come in the future. So that's why before going to that stage, you need to have a product, a functioning product. That's why I'm trying my best to give you guys and show you guys how you can do it. Uh, we have never done this before, like this kind of tutorials and like showing how to build uh, software with AI and all the other tools in our previous cohort. This is the first time I'm showing it to you guys, and with the cohort, maybe in the future we'll do it. But that's the purpose. If you guys can utilize on it, it's gonna help you guys so much. It's gonna also show other people what SGA and the members and the entrepreneurs of this platform can do. That's the end goal. And if you can do that, it's also going to be easier for you to raise money. But if you're not going following this step-by-step process, then also it's going to be hard for you to raise money, no matter how much we try. At the end of the day, if you don't have a good product, not a functioning product, doesn't matter how good of a public speaker you are, you'll not be able to raise money. Now, we can help you, we can give you resources, but that depends on the product. So that's the main thing. Uh, and I will have uh, a guest speaker today for all of you guys at starting at 12 p.m. China time. He's Mario. He is an entrepreneur, as I mentioned before as well. He's gonna share his experience. You can ask him questions, and he also incorporated his company in Shanghai already. You'll know more about it. So looking forward to that, and we will end here. And before going, if you guys have any questions, you can ask me right now.
Okay, hello, Sohan.
Hi, Lila.
It's Leila. I wanted to ask if you recorded the tutorial session of today.
You mean recorded?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is recorded. So if some of you need to see how to use this technologies again, you can send me a message. I will probably send you. It's gonna be the recording is gonna be available after a few hours. So yeah, if you need it, I can. But only this one because it's kind of like an activity tutorial. I can provide it, but for the lectures, that would not be provided. So yeah.
Thank you so much for today. The lesson
Yeah.
was really informative. Thank you so much, Sohan.
Welcome, welcome. Yeah.
Sorry, then, can we get the PDF, the slides?
Yeah,
For the
I can
lectures?
give it. I will obviously give you guys the slides. Also the yesterday's lecture and also today's one. Today we don't have a lot of information in the slides. It was mainly practical ones, just going into the websites and building it by yourself. So yeah, I'll provide it right away.
Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Yeah, this lecture was very useful, and yeah, I learned a lot. I would appreciate to have recording as well.
Thank you. I hope that's the goal. I hope all of you got something. And I told you before that today's lecture will be really informative and you will be able to learn a lot if you don't have any knowledge because I have had office hours with some of you and you're like so tense, like you don't know how to build it. Some of you don't have a co-founder, or even if you have a co-founder, you are not being able to get, okay, how am I going to build a product? When I said in our second lecture that you will have to build a product, some of you were already tensed. I think today it kind of like takes away that tension of yours. Now I think you will be confident enough to go test it out and build this product. Lastly, I would say nowadays, if you want to have everything, launch and launch a startup and do all of the followings, like requiring or like getting customers, you can do it under $100. Within $100, starting a startup was unimaginable before, but now if you don't want to spend $100, you can also do just with $25, get a subscription of a platform like this. That's it. And for ChatGPT and all of the other AI assistant, you don't need it. You can just use the free version. That's already quite enough. Yeah. If you need any other help in terms of technicalities, feel free to reach out to me and let me know. I'll try my best to make some time. But for now, this is it, and I will see you guys in our guest speaker session at 12 p.m. Okay. Bye everyone. Have a quick break,
Thank
and
you.
we will
Bye-bye.
get back soon again. Yep. Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.